put it down. Good job. Good job. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Crystal of Crystal's Corner. This is part 3 of my cleaning series for the fall. We went ahead and finally tackled Caden's closet. It has been long overdue, and this actually took quite a bit of time, not just because he was in there helping and whatnot, but because there was just so much that it actually took about 2 days to get the closet entirely done to my satisfaction. So we're taking apart this, I'm not even sure what it's called, like cubby thing, but I was originally getting it to take the place of a closet and a dresser drawer and all that stuff, and it looked to be practical. However, it has become not so practical, and we are just taking this apart and we are putting in a temporary dresser until we find him just the right size dresser. I go ahead and go through everything that's in these cubby holes, from blankets and clothes to baby utensils and stuff for his when he was a little bit gassy from a newborn. Like, everything was in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that. The part that's most exciting for me is the fact that I found a ton of clothes, and he's about 2 years old now. So I found a ton of clothes that are going to allow me to not have to do any shopping. The wonders of hand-me-downs. So I thank my cousins always. But let's go ahead and get to this. And like I said, this ends up being a 2-day process. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to this. So Chris went ahead and did this part because, well, he felt like I was going a little too slow for some of this. So he went ahead and did this, and you know what? It got done. That's all that really matters. Also, as you can see, my son is wanting to help, and he did a fantastic job at helping. I love watching him learning and growing like this. Now that those pieces are completely disassembled, put in our bin for donation, we are going to move on to the other side of the closet, basically taking everything out of this part of the closet, not touching the shelf above, so that way I can go ahead and go through it, better organize it, put things in the appropriate piles, and take care of whatever needs to get put into more donation piles and throwaway piles, memento piles, crafty piles, storage piles, etc. Oh yeah, and if it does look a little cramped, it's because it is. What you don't see is the bigger toys that he still has that he can still play with because it's age appropriate and stuff. Those are behind us, behind the camera here, and I probably should have just set them on his bed, but I didn't. So it's a little cramped because the room's a little bit small, and bringing all the stuff out, going through it, and then the current toys, etc. So yeah, there you have that. And I'm sure you saw that as I was coming in, I had what looked like baking soda, because it was. There is a wonderful odor in the closet here. Not entirely sure what it is. I know it's pet related, but it's not something I'm going to be able to get out of the carpet because of how old I'm sure the stain is. It has gone through to the subflooring and all that other good stuff that's underneath carpeting. So what I'm going to do instead is just sprinkle the baking soda into the carpet. Whatever chunks land, I'm going to make sure to break it up and basically rub it in the carpet and let it stay there. I'm not even going to vacuum it up because I've tried all the lovely little tricks since I used to have my cats. Tried all the lovely little tricks, and honestly, the best thing I'm going to try and do is just leave it there. And as I'm editing this, it has been a little bit, so I can say that it has worked. One, I have to say, the colors seem quite bold, and I'm pretty sure it's because the camera is new to me still, and this was done at night, so the lighting is, the light, not daylight or anything. But also, this is the favorite part of mine of this video when I was doing all this, going through and cleaning and organizing, was finding all these clothes. So you see that I'm finding these clothes, and I'm communicating with my boyfriend some things, and I'm getting all this wonderful stuff done. But I will say that at some point through the recording, the camera stopped rolling. So I'm not sure when, but a lot of the good stuff of finding the clothes, that was all lost footage, because I looked up and I realized there was nothing happening. So I apologize for that part because I was looking forward to showing you guys, but you get to see a little bit here.
Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now. Put me in the dark, so won't get lost now. To the moonlight, eyes you, Maria right now. You look into my eyes and fell love.
And here's the crafty part. All this is stuff from his first birthday that I'm either going to, supplies-wise, be able to possibly reuse, but a lot of it is memories that I want to use for a scrapbook or a memories or mementos book. I'm not sure what you want to call it, but memories for me to look at, and then maybe when he gets older, he can look at them too. And
shining star to the sky, looking high. All the people, you're the one and only you know. Want to be with you, call my name, love, ooh. Somebody else, and that is you, ooh. Falling with you, not the only one doing me. You already feel it there. Give me a little more dark in the spotlight. Do I wanna know something? You look into my eyes and fell love feeling. Then nothing got a dream like a sweet night. Hey, come on closer now, waiting for you. But tomorrow's slowly, oh yeah. The moon is around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make a way the twilight, my only, my bestie.
Now, I'm not sure if you're keeping count, but at this point I was. I think that's only about 2 bags down, maybe 3 bags down of clearing out, decluttering, and organizing here.
A dream like a moment, fantasy. Baby, I think about you now. Yeah, the moon is on us. You look into my eyes. Together feel so high. To make up with your twilight, my only, my bestie. You fell into my love. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight, tonight. Let me if you want tonight.
Alright, so apparently the camera stopped rolling. So I went ahead and organized. By organized, I mean semi-organized. This is just some of the craft stuff that I've been needing to get to. This is all one, well, that's not part of it, but this is all his bouncer. That, along with everything in here, the boppy, and all the breastfeeding, breast pumping, and if you're nursing, all that stuff is in there. I'll show you. These were things that I was fortunate enough to get handed down, most of it handed down from family, so I didn't have to worry about purchasing a pump. But, well, you can't see it necessarily. But bottles, containers, breast stuff, more breast pump stuff. So, all this stuff is going into donation. His new temporary dresser, a bin full of donations, and some other random stuff that I will get to as we're going. Oh, also, since I went through all these things, you didn't get to see it because that's when the camera stopped, I found more clothes. 1 for his age and 2 for the season. So that saves me on having to go get any new hoodies. The only thing I need to look for is probably snow specific and a snow coat, possibly. That's it, which makes me very, very happy. This is a storage pile, so I'm taking it in the living room as a visual reminder to do so. Alright, so to continue with the cleaning of my son's room, actually, I've got all this cleared out. I'm pretty sure I showed you that already. And for the smell that is in here, I am doing baking soda. I'm actually going to put that in better. I'm not sure how, but I'm going to make sure that's actually in the carpet, not laying on top like that. Probably have to do a vinegar baking soda liquid combination, but we have that in there. We have cleared up, as you can see, all this nice little space. We don't have hangers yet, which I'm going to get some. I thought we were going to be able to get away without getting little toddler hangers. I guess not, but that's okay. Next, though, is to get these items out of here, and it looks like a big fat mess, but this is actually more of an organized mess. More of an organized mess. So, here we go. So, step 1, remove everything. Put them in a slightly nice, neat pile so I can sit down and proceed to step 2, which is the decluttering, reorganizing, new piles, making additions to current piles, and the like. said, items brought down. I'm going to go ahead and go through. Alright, so the pile I'm keeping, which is only 4 things. I still live with my parents. I just think this is cute. Family bought this for us. I like this one because it's also cute. I want to be smart, brave, and I want to be smart and brave like my mom. And then my very first visit, it was his Christmas one, so I'm keeping this short pile. But the rest of this is getting donated. Yay! Now that that basket is empty, I am just putting the donation clothes in a bag, adding it to the rest of the pile of donations. Moving right along to the non-clothed items. These are from Easter, I think last year. They're Easter crafts given to him from family as a gift. I think I just said that. But we put them away because he was definitely not of age to be handling things of this nature. But a lot of this is just kind of like Easter filler. So again, just going through, decluttering, adding to the piles of recycling, trash, toys, giveaway, etc. Next is a container full of books. I'm basically collecting his books as he's going. I'm not really giving or throwing away anything yet until he starts being able to read, and then I'll know what's a little bit more age appropriate. But right now I'm just going through and making sure everything is age appropriate and that things don't need to be donated, and that's pretty much it for this one. Now that that all is finally done, and let me tell you, it was almost painstaking, but so completely worth it. Next is to put things more organizedly back into the closet on the shelf. And while I was starting to do that, I realized that I needed to go through a couple things on his changing table. Alright, and we now have a much cleaner top of the closet. So that's a drum set. I had to take it apart. He wasn't using it right. Like, he was going to destroy it within receiving it. So I took that apart. We're putting it up there. That's a short, like a small basket of clothes since he was born till now that I'm keeping. I have to say that I am pretty proud of the fact that that's it for the clothes. Not a whole lot more than that. And then the tub I'm going to keep, because I know we're going to have another baby, not now, but we will have another one because I want my son to have a sibling. And so we're going to keep this tub. All I'll have to do is get one of those netted things for, so I have to get one of those like netted things for newborns. And then in that basket is some things that crafts and some more newborn stuff that I don't want to part with for now. But that's it. His closet is now basically done and decluttered. I still again have to get hangers for that, but done and decluttered. So much so that he can even walk in here now. Look at him. Look at this little boy. Cutie little booty. Cutie little booty. My cutie little booty. Ah! He's just adorable. I know. But that is it for now. After this, it's going to be a few pieces of furniture we need to get. We want to probably get rid of that toy bin. It did not work the way I had wanted it to. Instead, we're putting all his toys in that out of sight, out of mind type thing. With all this decluttering I did, all those baskets that I'm pointing at have now been freed up. That changing table is eventually going to double as like for TV and stuff as he's getting older, but for now that stays where it is. At some point though, we want to get probably a dresser, and we're going to probably take, with the dresser, is going to replace this plastic one. This is only temporary. So this is it for his room for now. We're also going to get rid of this. It's broken. It's a cheaper IKEA light. But we're going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, also that bag is the memories album of his from, I started it, and it is from ultrasound pictures all the way up until whatever the last page ends up being. But it's going to be the photo album, more than just a photo album, but also memories, mementos. It's still sitting in the bag because I have not made the time to do it. But with the other crafty things that I gotta get done, I will have to make the time. And I say have to because I want to do it. I just want to be able to focus. And when you have kids, you know, as you can see, focusing isn't always the option, other than to focus on them, of course. So, that is it for this for now. Thanks guys, bye.